Welcome to Inside PTI, weekly videos designed to get you the trial information you want, agronomy explanations you need, and insights that will set you up for success on your farm. Hey, we are at the PTI farm today, the Precision Technology Institute in Pontiac, Illinois, and I want to show you some of the equipment that we've been using this year here to plant some of our agronomic trials. We've got some new equipment on the farm, and this is the new Fendt Momentum planter, and we had the opportunity to use this new planter. This is a new planter available for sale for the first time starting this year for growers, and this was great because we were able to use this new technology here at the PTI farm to plant quite a few trials on the farm. This Momentum planter is a little different than most planters, and from what we've seen with this planter, using it on the PTI farm, we've seen three major advantages with this planter versus some of the more typical traditional planters we've used in the past. Number one, this does have a weight transfer system on this planter, and I think that's fairly unique as we look at the large tanks we have on it. We've all battled through pinch row compaction, things like that with these large planters with lots of liquid tanks, large seed tanks. We have the ability to lift some of this weight, especially in the center of the planter, and transition it across the toolbar. Okay, so that is a major advantage with this planter. So we can move it all the way around the bar, okay, with weight transfer. The second major advantage with this planter is tire inflation. So you'll notice that this is a fairly large planter and it doesn't have tracks on it. But what we're doing, we're not putting tracks on the planter. We don't have to, because we can adjust the tire inflation, the amount of PSI, the amount of air in these tires. So get this, when we go to the field, we're gonna take the air pressure out of these tires. We're gonna make it softer. We're gonna give ourselves a larger imprint to spread the weight over. Okay, we don't need to go to tracks because we can take the air out of these tires. All the way across the bar, we can take the air out. When we fold up, we go down the road. One of the biggest problems I've seen with tracks in the past, it limits our speed. Well, with this tire inflation system, we get on the road, again, with all the weight, what's liquid fertilizers in the tank, with seeds in the hoppers. We're gonna put a bunch of air in these tires. We're gonna inflate them with the air inflation system, and now we can roll. This Fendt tractor can go down the road over 30 miles an hour, and we can keep going fast, get to the next field, and get acres planted quickly. But this tire inflation system is a critical component to this new Fendt Momentum planter. The third advantage I see with the Momentum planter, if you're a farm that has lots of contour and elevation changes on the farm, this is a unique planter. Now, we don't have a lot of the contour and elevation changes here in Central Illinois, or at least on the PTI farm, but this planter has two bars, and so it gives it this flex to it. We've got multiple sections across the bar. We've got this front bar. It's a 10 by 10 bar that will absorb all the weight from the tanks up front. Behind it then, we have another bar that holds the row units, and that's what gives us the ability, since this bar up here is holding all the weight for us, now we can flex. And we've actually got the ability for these rows to flex and kind of hug the ground. Think of it, a big old hill, and the row unit's hugging the ground. We can move 68 inches with these row units. So again, if you're a grower that has lots of elevation changes, contour on the farm, this will hug the row. Why is it important to hug the row? We want to keep the row unit in the ground. We always talk about proper downforce, proper depth, getting those residue managers working properly, but if they come up out of the ground, they're not doing any good for us. So this does have good flexing capability to keep these row units in the ground. All right, so we talked about kind of the three major advantages that we've seen with the Momentum Fendt planter, but what about the other technology we have on this Fendt planter? Well, we've got tons of precision technology. We'll start from the front of the planter. We're running our residue managers equipped with clean sweep, so we can control that from the cab and we can change the aggressiveness of it. We're running VSET V-drive meters up top. We start working our way back. We're running conceal. We're running dual band conceal. We got that large 1,000-gallon tank up there where we're putting things like nitrogen, sulfur, boron on through conceal. We're running smart firmer. We're measuring temperature of the soil, organic matter, cation exchange capacity, how much residue we have in the furrow. There's a lot of things happening with this smart firmer technology. And then we've got some of our newest technology on the planter. This is our new closing system called Furrow Force. So we're really doing some nice trials out here comparing traditional closing wheel systems compared to our new Furrow Force. But all of the precision planting technology on this new Fendt Momentum planter is giving us an opportunity to look at this in a wide variety of trials here at the PTI farm. So today's Inside PTI agronomy tip of the day is you've seen pictures, you've seen video of this Fendt Momentum planter. We want you to do something a little different than just watching. Why don't you come onto the PTI farm this summer and see this thing in action, see this thing working, see all the technology on this planter. And not only will you see it on this planter, you'll see the actual plots that we planted out in the field and understand what this planter and this technology all can do for possibly your farm. So for more information, contact a Precision Planting local Premier dealer for more information, or you can go to our website at precisionplanting.com. That's all the time we have for today. We'll catch you on the next episode of Inside PTI.